Hi, my name's Todd Harper, and I work with Generous Giving and live in Orlando, Florida. And I want to tell you a little story about an aha moment in my life. I was 18 years old, headed off to college with a primary focus in my life to become wealthy. That, more than anything, though I was a Christian, was what really drove me and motivated me. In fact, it helped inform my college decision to go to Baylor University in Waco, Texas, and study entrepreneurship because I wanted to create a fortune. In fact, I wanted to be a millionaire by the time I was 30. Early in my freshman year, I went away on a retreat with Campus Crusade for Christ and was given about an hour to spend time with the Lord. And it was during this time that I had a conversation with God that has marked me, my life and my ministry ever since then. And it went something like this. It wasn't audible, but God and I had a conversation. And he essentially asked me a question. He said, Todd, do you believe that I'm who I say I am? That I'm the God of the universe? That I'm your creator? That I know what makes you tick? What motivates you? What's best for you? Do you believe that I am good? And are you willing to surrender your life, your future, your dreams, particularly your desire to become wealthy? Are you willing to surrender that and believe that I know what's best for you, whatever that might be? And it's interesting, the words of Jesus were ringing in my ear to this day, the verse in Matthew where Jesus says you cannot serve both God and money comes to mind when I reflect on this story, because there was a tug of war in my heart as to whether I was going to follow God wholeheartedly or if I was going to hold on to my desires to become wealthy. Now today, 24 years later, I work with an organization called Generous Giving. And Generous Giving's desire and mission is to spread the message of biblical generosity in order to grow generous givers among those entrusted with much. See, my motivation today, as I remember back to when I was 18 years old, that pull of money and financial success that the culture continues to reinforce in my life, that bigger, better, faster makes you happy. I believe that that is a lie. I know it's not true, and yet I continue to wrestle with it in my own life. And it informs my motivation for what I do at Generous Giving, and this is my primary motivation. It's to see people liberated, not resources. Primarily, I desire to see people fully embrace God's desire for their own lives and to experience that joy and freedom. Unfortunately, in ministry, we often talk about money in terms of fundraising because money is such a significant need for many of us that when we address this issue, it's in the context of needing resources to accomplish the purposes God has laid on our hearts as ministry leaders, rather than addressing it as an issue of spiritual formation in people's lives, which I believe is a profound need for the body of Christ. If we, as ministry leaders, can call people to lives of surrender, the body of Christ will be built and expanded in profound ways. See, Jesus said that generosity is the antidote to the pursuit of money and materialism. He said that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And it's been so true in my own experience that as I invest my money in the things that matter to God, my heart grows for the things that are important to God. Paul exhorted us as followers of Christ to command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to place their hope in riches, but rather to place their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. He said, command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they'll lay up for themselves treasures in heaven as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. And that is my hope for me, and my hope for you, that we would embrace this life that is truly life through living lives of radical generosity, and that we'd have the courage to call others to do the same, that we might all experience what Jesus said, that it is more blessed to give than to receive.